Alright, what's up everybody? Today we're going to uh, get these seeds wet so we can pop some seeds here. I've got some supplies. You got a magic marker for labeling, emery file, a razor blade. I have 4 different sets of seeds that are going to get wet, so I labeled 4 separate containers. I got my hydrogen peroxide, and we're gonna mix regular tap water. I got 1 cup of tap water, and then I'm just gonna put about a little bit, somewhere around a tablespoon in there. So you got 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide, and you've got 1 cup of water. And then that solution goes to your separate containers. Everything's got to be labeled, most importantly. You don't want to lose the identity of these seeds before you even get them sprouted. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna score the seed. There's a couple different ways I like to use, but what we're gonna do, there's a point. There's the back end right there, and then there's the point. So it opens up on this point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use this emery file, and we're going to shave it down just enough to where water can seep in that little seam there. You can see I changed color, and I got through. There's a little gelatin husk around the outside of the seed that makes it pretty much waterproof until it's been opened up. So I like to help it, and that's one method with the emery file. Make sure your hands are clean, but you know what? We got hydrogen peroxide right in here, and so, oops, wrong one. Okay, yeah, I don't want to get these confused already. Okay, that bean goes, that was the OG. That bean goes into that one labeled OG. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave that in there for like 12 hours. And you're going to come back and occasionally tap it down to make sure, you want to make sure that all the sides get wet. It's going to want to stay floating and have air stuck to it, but make sure it gets all wet so that way the hydrogen peroxide can do its job. We want to make sure that we kill any pathogens that might be on those seeds, and then we'll put when we put the seeds into the seedling soil, then we can inoculate with the good pathogens, the beneficial bacteria. But we don't really want to mess with the bacteria at this point. We're going to use hydrogen peroxide to kill all that. Okay, so another method, we're gonna pop some of these rhino candies from Mike K. And I'm gonna grab this fat one right here. Here's another method. Razor blade. Now the same thing, I find the point, I find the seam, and then I just scratch that seam with the razor blade can chunk it a little bit. Just be careful. You don't want to jab into there. Just cut through the outer husk. That's usually where the stripes are at, on that outer husk. Some of them, when they're old or dry, it wears off easy. But we want the water with the hydrogen peroxide to go in there through that little crack, and then oxygenate and wake up the seed embryo. I'm pushing it down, popping it down to make sure it gets wet all the way around. And so 12 hours, we'll come back where we're going to leave these in. We're going to get all these soaking, and we're going to let them soak for at least 12 hours. 12 to 24 is good. But you want them to sink, so you're going to probably have to come back a couple times and tap the top of them to make sure that they will have a chance to go down. And then we'll come back and check on these, and we'll put them in our wet paper towels would be the next step. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.